Nearly forgot about that. Well, the people I'm in page, and honestly, with how hectic the last stream was and how crazy the week so far has been, I can think of no better way to calm my nerves and just settle down and have some fun than to look back at some nostalgic PS1 stuff. So I went to the game store and picked up Stuart Little 2 for the PlayStation. I remember playing it a lot as a kid, and when I became an older kid, I was like a master at it. Now that I'm an adult, I should be able to ace this game. Let's find out. Alright, let me just, where did I put the thing here? Yeah, it was a pain to get this stuff working again. If you're wondering why my canvas looks weird, it's because for some reason Streamlabs decided to lock my canvas resolution to 1080p, despite scaling my output resolution to 720p, meaning the CPU is now kicking overtime to downscale the stream. I think if you listen closely, you can barely hear the fan on my computer. Let me try moving the mic closer. Let me try moving the mic closer, see if I can pick it up. It's kind of hard to hear, but take my word for it, that fan is going crazy. Hi, Sandy. Anyway, Stuart Little 2, put the game in the thing, reset. Let me turn the game up a little bit here. Why can't I move the thing? Okay, that's good enough. Magenta Software. I honestly don't remember what they make apart from this. It looks fine to me.
Small objects like this can be picked up and thrown. You can use them to protect yourself from the various creepy crawlies and bugs.
Oh, I have to confirm it.
Small objects like this can be picked up and thrown.
It is not Disney Thing Fest. It is Stuart Little 2. I wish it was Disney Thing Fest, because then things would be more exciting. Oh, Disney Thing Fest Magenta? Maybe. Let me look it up, actually. Magenta Software. Let's see, check the Wikipedia, because Wikipedia is never wrong. Yeah, they did make Disney's Think Fast. And some of the Buzz Jr. games. And the Cat in the Hat? What the fuck? What is this company? Alright, let's start a new game. Did the game just skip the first cutscene?
We had better get you into shape, Stuart, if we're going to take on Falcon and return all the jewelry to its rightful owners. Thankfully, your brother George has built this training course for you to train on.
Like, there was supposed to be an in-game cutscene where, like, freaking, Margalo tells us in a letter that we're supposed to like help her recover the jewelry that the Falcon made her steal from New Yorkers. Anyway, this is the tutorial level.
Okay, Stuart, the first thing we need to practice is your jumping skill. To jump, press the jump button and try to get over the step in front of you.
I didn't think I was that short, but okay.
Great, Stuart. I knew you could do it. If you press the jump button during the first jump, you will jump again while in midair. Try this to jump over the next step in front of you. That's it, Stuart.
Okay, I don't remember
Now
the
to
voice
practice
being this
jumping
laggy.
from the plant pots near us to make sure you've got the hang of it. When you feel you are ready, come over to me near the wall so we can continue your training.
Yeah, like, you notice how I was struggling with that double jump just a second ago. That was one thing that kind of ticked me off in the tutorial. Is like, the double jump works just fine consistently in the rest of the game. It's just in that one part where they teach you the double jump doesn't work until she actually says you can do it, which is kind of dumb. It made me feel like I was an idiot.
Here's a skill you might find useful, Stuart. You'll be able to climb over this wall behind me if you use your double jump skill. You'll be able to grab the top of the wall and then climb up by pressing up. Give it a try and I'll meet you over the other side. You may have to defend yourself against Falcon's minions, Stuart, so you're going to have to learn how to protect yourself. Small objects like this can be picked up and thrown by pressing the throw button. So pick some up and try knocking out some of the targets next to us. If you run out of ammo, come back and pick up some more.
I mean, I don't even know if they use... It's like, I know the voice acting sounded like a bit off, but I'm honestly not sure if it's like the same voice or what. It sounds like the same voice. Could they afford the same voice back then? What are those things poking out of the ground anyway? Do I want to know? I'm just gonna throw a bean at it.
Great throwing, Stuart. If you stand on top of the tree trunk, I'll show you how to throw more accurately.
What does a bird know about throwing? I know they can throw poop at me. Oh wait, that's monkeys.
If you press and hold camera left and camera right together, you will see through Stuart's eyes. You can use this view to look around and aim more accurately with your throw attack. Try to shoot the flowers underneath the large tree to practice this new skill.
Yeah, that is some stiff voice acting. I guess they're paid to read the lines, not give a shit about them.
Excellent, Stuart. You should have no problems dealing with Falcon's minions with shooting like that. Come and meet me near the fence so I can teach you your second.
One thing I like about this game in particular is like something we take for granted nowadays. I can move the camera with the right thumbstick. Wow, pretty revolutionary for its time. Better than using L2 and R2. Like, what even is that? I mean, like, it's only left and right still, can't move up and down, but, better than nothing.
If you press your tail whip button, you will spin around and whip nearby objects with your tail. You can use this to open suitcases, protect yourself against enemies, and activate switches. Try your new skill on the objects beside us.
You can't even say that they're flowers or nothing? Dandelions?
Nice move, Stuart. Now come over here near the gate and I'll show you another use for your tail whip. The gate is locked, Stuart, but don't worry. It can be opened by activating the switch. Use your tail whip move to activate the switch. I'll meet you on the other side.
Notice how there's also no audio other than the voices during a cutscene. I mean, I noticed that too. Like, I think it's like an artifact of the early days of computers when they had digitized audio samples that it took all the CPU cycles to read, and therefore the rest of the game couldn't progress unless you had like a sound card or whatever.
Hi, Stuart. In this part of the garden, we're going to improve your climbing skills. First off, I want you to go over to the bamboo sticks over there. If you jump at one of them, you will grab it and be able to climb up and down. So get climbing, Stuart. Great, Stuart. Now you can climb poles. Try to jump from one pole to the other. Keep trying till you can get it.
Now, when I was a kid, this was my most common source of frustration because no matter how hard I tried, I could not aim my jump accurately to get to the other pole. Trying it again as an adult, stop moving camera. If I try it again as an adult, hang on. There we go.
That's the way to do it, Stuart. Now come over to this spade and try jumping onto it and climbing to the top.
Spade? You mean a shovel? This game is supposed to be American, right?
I've reached the top, Margalo!
Did they actually get the voice actor? Let me read the manual. They usually have the credits in the manual. Special thanks. Magenta Software, Sonic Computer Entertainment America, Marketing, Sonic Computer Entertainment Europe, Duplication, Localization. It doesn't say anything about who the voice actors are. This is so stupid. But I would like to point out something interesting. This right here is a PS1 LCD screen. Like, forget having a Switch. This would have been nice to have in a car. Like, sure, you'd have to plug it into, like, a car outlet or whatever, but there was no compromising your games. Like, this was the Switch of the day.
Wow, Stuart. Good things sure do come in small packages.
Sorry.
Packages. You can climb all sorts of things like the ivy on the wall over there. Have a go and see if you can reach the top.
Yeah, notice it didn't even give me the ability to do that until she started talking.
Be on the lookout for that handprint, as whatever it covers you can climb up. Now come over to the tunnel entrance and I'll teach you how to crawl.
Really? You couldn't have just watched the other point?
You will have to crawl on all fours under this obstacle, Stuart. Just walk up to the entrance and you will enter crawl mode. Then crawl to the other side of the tunnel where I will greet you. You can protect yourself in crawl mode by using the throw button.
Yeah, she says I can use the throw button to throw objects and protect myself in crawl mode. But if you look closely, there is nothing under here from which to protect myself. So why the hell did you need to tell me that?
Well done, Stuart. You made it through the tunnel. Hope you didn't get too dirty. Don't worry, as you can wash it off in the pond over there. Just go over and jump in. While you're in the water, use the speed boost button to swim faster. the tail whip button to dive under, and then the jump button to swim around underneath. When you've had enough, swim to the surface and use the jump button to jump out and meet me near the bench.
Why is the text box scrolling so slow on this lesson in particular? Also, what's the point of using the X button to swim forward when I can use the R1 button to swim forward faster? Like, the truth about the underwater thing, actually, is you can swim underwater forever. Stuart has no problem. But one time, I don't remember when this happened, but I do remember this event clear as day. One time, I was swimming around, and the game froze, and I didn't understand what the game freezing meant at the time. So my parents saw the game froze while I was swimming. They were like, "Oh, Stuart Little drowned." Yes, my parents were that dark. Now you know where I get it from.
Here's a handy skill, Stuart. You can monkey bar under marked surfaces like the one next to us. Just press the jump button when standing underneath and you will automatically grab a hold. You can press the jump button to jump off at any time. So get on up and monkey bar down to the other end of the bench. Well done, Stuart. You've completed your training, so come on over to the back door and we'll begin the adventure and defeat that.
She called him a buzzard. Are falcons buzzards? Okay, now we can actually do level 1. Because that wasn't level 1 earlier. That was the tutorial. This is level 1. Okay, I'm not even going to let Margalo tell me stuff. I'm just going to explain it as I go. That right there is a Snowbell icon. You can talk to Snowbell to go to another level once you have enough jeweled rings. But you can also do it from the pause menu, so why the hell is the point of the icon? That spider can deal damage, but you can kill it by doing the tail whip or the throw, like so. But they come back after a while, so be quick. These are cat biscuits. If you collect 60 of them in a level, you can take them to the cat bowl over there, and then you get a jeweled ring. Jeweled rings are the main collectible that you want to get to progress, by the way. There are multiple ways to get jeweled rings. One of them is the cat biscuits, and the other one is the mini games. There's 2 per level. Here's one right over. Here's one right over here.
Hey, Stuart. This looks tricky. I'll be very impressed if you can beat this challenge.
This one's super easy. You ride around a little cart and a track, and you have to collect the stars to unlock the rest of the track to keep doing the laps. Complete all the laps, and you get the freaking ring. Okay, I don't remember the controls being this laggy. I'm using a freaking retro tank, so there shouldn't be lag. What's going on? I mean, I know lag is inevitable, and the only way to mitigate it is to use a CRT. But, like, even when I use a retro tank or an emulator, the lag isn't this bad. Watch. Like, boop. 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 See, there's a lag.
Congratulations, Stuart. You've completed the course, so you've been awarded a jeweled ring.
Yeah, that's one thing that makes no sense to me. Like, and Kanikarus actually pointed this out in his video. Like, she wants us to help her recover the jeweled rings of the people of New York. So why the hell is she sitting on rings for me to win only by completing mini games for her amusement?
Call me Super Stuart. I only need one more jeweled ring to open a new level.
Yeah, now that I'm hearing that, I don't think that's Michael J. Fox. I mean, for a child-friendly platformer, like, there is actually some decent mechanics here. It's like it almost requires thinking. But it's also calm enough that you don't have to, like, stress yourself out. This right here is a face block. This is another way to collect the jeweled ring.
Excellent hunting, Stuart. You have found a face block.
The idea of a face blocks is, like, there are 6 of them, and once you collect them all, they form a path from one part of the area to another that leads to another jeweled ring. Funny thing, the oven doesn't actually hurt you because there's no way to turn it on. The green suitcases can only be opened by the tail whips and they give you more health. Assuming you took damage already, which I did not. The game calls this a restart point, but it's actually a checkpoint. If you lose all your health and die, you go back here. That's a red suitcase. It can only be opened with the... Oh, wait, no. The blue suitcase can only be opened with a tail. The green can be opened with anything. The red can only be opened with a throw attack, and it gives you an extra life. Zipline!
Excellent hunting, Stuart. You have found a face block.
Honestly, one thing the cutscene, the character audio taking over the music reminds me of is the Spyro games, because they used to do that too. Not only did they do that, but also, like, there was a cheat code where you could just, like, play any line of dialogue you wanted to hear from the level you were in. Fuck! Stop hitting me! But if you did that, then that line of dialogue would just loop and become your only source of music until you move to another level, which was quite quirky. It was like weird to me hearing over and over, "I'm sorry, Spyro, you seem to be playing a hacked version of this game. This may be an illegal copy. You may experience problems that would not occur on a legal copy." And now I have max ammo, which means I can't pick up anymore. I don't know why I was having trouble with this as a kid. Probably because I was the kid. And, you know, as per the rule of life, kids are stupid. They can't help it. They just haven't learned yet. Which means I probably shouldn't say stupid. I should probably say slow. They haven't picked up the means of, like, patience and eagerness to be educated yet. Is the lag okay, by the way? Like, I was worried because Streamlabs settings were kind of screwing me, but lately they've been telling me it's fine. Lately the settings have been telling me it's fine, so I don't know. If that's an ant, where's my uncle? Ah! That robot is an example of an enemy that doesn't die. Like, I mean, I already told you that enemies, like, don't die because once they die, they come back later. A robot is an example of an enemy that doesn't even disappear. Because what actually happens is, like, you hit it and it gets stunned for a bit.
Excellent hunting, Stuart. You have found a face block.
When I was a kid, I had no knowledge of the concept of frames dropping. I thought if the game was like gonna like drop frames while you were playing, it meant the game was gonna break and it was gonna freeze and you had no more game. Now these blue suitcases can only open with the tail whip, and they give you health slots. Now I can collect more health. I will do that later.
Excellent hunting, Stuart. You have found a face block.
Yeah, this is starting to get repetitive, the voice acting. If this were a speed run, I would totally consider shutting it off. But no, this is a nostalgia trip. I had to go. This was my nostalgia, and this is what I'm living right now. Did you know that the word nostalgia comes from some root words meaning past and suffering? Why did the game even give me a run button if I could just walk away from the robot at a normal speed? There's gotta be a secret area I'm missing. Am I even online anymore? Oh, that's what I forgot to do. I forgot to share the stream on Blue Sky. I'm gonna go do that real quick. Standing in the rain, with his head on low, couldn't get a ticket, was a sold out show. And the roar of the crowd, he could picture the scene, Put his head to a wall like a distant scream. Your one guitar just blow him away. So stars in his eyes. And the very next day, I'll beat up 6 string from the secondhand store. Didn't know I played, and I knew for sure. Alright, let's see. Have I been in here already? This, I have not. Okay, I came here a bit early. The golden suitcase contains the jeweled ring, but as you can see, it's indestructible. The only way to open it is with the key, which means now I have to go around this level and find the key. That's the hidden jeweled ring. It's in a really hard spot. But I just found it.
Well done, Stuart. You've collected enough rings to open up level 2. If you visit Snowbell, he can send you to the next level. You can visit Snowbell at any time by selecting the Visit Snowbell option in the pause menu. Start button. Would you like to visit him now?
Not yet. I know I collected 2 rings and that opens up the second level, but but another thing that makes me about as happy as nostalgia is completion. So I'm gonna try and bump those numbers up.
Excellent hunting, Stuart. You have found a face block.
Oh look, that's just a graphic squeeze. The CD isn't even going in and out. It's just squeezing in and out like a freaking accordion. That is just so cute how cheap they go on the graphics. It's just part of the charm. The style of the early 2000s, late 90s. You are either a cheap licensed game or you were an original property that actually tried. You can't have more than 5 health slots. Why would any cat want cat biscuits that have been in the freaking aquarium? There's another snowball icon. Why do they keep putting those around if I can just do it from the pause menu? Okay, can't go up there yet because I don't have the last base block.
Yes! I've done it! I've collected enough cat biscuits for Snowbell to trade with Monty for another ring. Now, where was that cat bowl again?
It was at the start of the level, but I'm too busy. Stop hitting me! I'm trying to hit you. How do I get up there? Oh, the grab move.
last face block to collect. So now I can travel across them to collect the jeweled ring.
Like, you only need 60 cat biscuits to trade for the ring, but there's 80 in the level, probably to make it easier for the kids. But collecting all 80 is a way to contribute toward game completion, because there is a reward for completing the game 100%, but I'm not too thrilled about it in this run for a reason I'll explain shortly. That up there is a clapperboard. If you collect that, you unlock a film clip from the movie that you can actually watch. Of course, being on the PS1, it's a bit compressed, but hey, the fact that you could see full motion video clips of the movie that at the time hadn't been released yet on your PS1 was a pretty neat thing. Plus, it plays a satisfying sound when you collect it.
Way to go, Stuart. You've collected the clapperboard and unlocked a film clip in the gallery section.
Now, here's why I didn't like the idea of completing the game 100%. You get a film clip in each of the first 6 levels for finding it, like I just did, and then you get a new film clip every time you unlock a new level, like level 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You get another video clip for being the boss. And you know what you get for being the game 100%? Another movie clip! So, like, if you're a really big fan of Stuart Little 2, then congratulations, more of it for you to see in this weird, compressed format. But, if you're a streamer, then that's just more stuff you gotta snip from the VOD.
Yes, Stuart! You've collected another jeweled ring!
Like, if it starts playing... Like, I can snip it from the YouTube VOD if I have to, but I'm hoping Twitch doesn't just prematurely shut down my stream for showing the clip. I'll have to take the gamble once I get out of this level. Oh, here's the second minigame, by the way. It involves a plane.
Oh boy, have you seen this plane? Let's have a go.
Stiff AF. Basically, I have to collect the tokens without flying out of bounds or hitting anything. How come this game didn't get in trouble for using the big overhead arrow that points to your objectives, and yet the Simpsons Crazy Taxi knockoff draws the ire of Sega? Like, did they achieve a patent license from Sega? Sega!
Wow! That was a flying extravaganza, Stuart. You managed to complete the entire course. So go and take your jeweled ring.
Yeah! That's one more ring for the good guys!
Now I can finally do the face block ring. Did I already do the face block ring? Okay, what am I missing? I did the face block... Fuck! I did the face block ring. I did both of the game rings. I'm about to get the cat biscuit ring. I got the hidden ring. Oh! I'm missing the key. The key for the golden suitcase. Now where the heck is the key? That's what I want to know. Was that like 20?
Call me Super Stuart!
I am not doing
I
that.
need one more jeweled ring to open a new level.
Okay, where the heck is the key? Oh, fuck you! Fuck you! I need more health. Oh, the balloons. I haven't ridden the balloons yet. So I ride the pink balloon, and that takes me to the extra life thing. And then I ride the blue balloon. I thought I fell off. Okay. And that takes me to the key.
Yeah! I found the golden key! Now all I have to do is take the key to the golden suitcase. What an adventure this is turning out to be.
Wow, I found the thing. Now I need to find the thing to put the thing in the thing. What an adventure!
Congratulations, Stuart. You've collected enough jewelry to enter the next level.
Now here's the thing, I could go back and collect more cat biscuits to complete the level 100%, but the thing about that is I don't want to, so I'm just gonna go save the game first of all. Memory card is full. Insert a memory card with at least one free block. What are you talking about? I had a save file. Can't I just overwrite the save file? Hold on. I think I have a spare memory card somewhere. Oh, here it is. It's right under my Bowser amiibo. I was going to use this for free PSX boot, but oh well. There we go. Now let's visit Snowbell.
Like enough adventure for one day. Hey, look, the Yankees won.
Anyway, I hope I didn't like get busted, but so far I haven't received any bad emails yet, so anyway, so you can see in the lot levels how many rings are required. This only took 2, this took 6, this I need 10, this I need 16, this I need 22, and to face the final boss I need 30. So let's do some math here. There are 6 levels before the boss, and each level has 6 rings, for a total of 36. Meaning, if I wanted to, I could collect all the rings in 5 of the levels, and skip 1 level entirely, and still get the any percent ending. Anyway, I like going. Oh, nuns. What do nuns do on their day off? None ya business. I'll go home. Now, for every subsequent level, the goals are the same. Find the face blocks, collect 60 cat biscuits, find the hidden ring, and find the key to the golden suitcase. The only thing that changes from level to level are the two mini games and also the obstacles and hazards that you will encounter. Of course my ammo carries over, and of course I still have 99. Where's the health at? This frame rate chugging is not really helping my vision. Before I continue, I'm just going to briefly check my email one more time and make sure I didn't get taken down. Make sure your Nintendo account settings are up to date. Frick off, Nintendo. I'm in Nostalgia Week, and my nostalgia is the PS1. Yeah, I bet Nintendo are still salty about letting this go. Like I bet like all the 3D platformers this game has, they're basically Sony way of saying to Nintendo, this could have been us, but you playing. What do you mean, ow? That didn't even hit me! And my sub slots are gone. I'm back to 3 hits to death again. Tell me it's kept my... It did not keep my switch press! I gotta go back and press it again.
Excellent hunting, Stuart. You have found a face block.
Okay, question. Since when do bees shoot fire? Like, I don't want you to give me an excuse like, oh, it's a honeybee. It's been honey at you. Fuck you. It's fire. It hurts you. It's fire. I can't even skip the flybys, which is also why I don't take the Margalo flybys. Oh yeah, sometimes throughout the level you'll find Margalo hanging out in certain spots, and what she does in those spots is you can ask her for a flyby, and that means she'll just take the camera to where the face block is for that particular area. Maybe more than once if there's more than one. But once you already collected the face block, it's about as useful as a chicken with its beak taped shut. See this bird here? It's basically exactly the same as the It's basically exactly the same as the robot from the first level, in that you can only stun it with the throwing thing. It never disappears. But just like every other enemy, it always comes back. Now you may be wondering, why is there a random steering wheel here from a ship? This is a minigame, actually.
Woohoo! A speedboat, Stuart. You've got to have a go in that.
Basically, you gotta do 4 laps before the time runs out. And it controls like every driving game ever. It's the steering is stiff, But I can forgive that because it's a boat. Boats are supposed to be stiff when they steer. It is frustrating, but it steers like a boat, so points for realism. I don't know the exact number, but I think once you get enough of these time pickups, you can just cruise onto the finish line without even looking at them and you will win. Are we at that point now? I forget. The thing is, the water here doesn't even look like water. It's not even textured. Are we in like some unfinished development beta course? Like they were going to use it for like some kind of racetrack, and then they decided last minute, screw it, we're not going to actually develop any graphics. Let's just add a blue gradient, call it water, put them in a boat. Am I too loud?
Fantastic driving, Stuart. I can see why you won the sailing race last year. You've been awarded a jeweled ring for completing the task.
Ooh, it's a reference! Because Stuart Little 1 had him in the regatta. Not necessarily on purpose, but meh.
Yes, Stuart! You've collected another jeweled ring.
Yeah, the jewel ring that you hid from me until I ran around the freaking boat course 4 times, you prick. If you're just tuning in and wondering why the assets look all a bit screwy, it's because for some reason Streamlabs would not let me change my canvas resolution out of 1080p, so I had to downscale it to 720p so that it could output correctly. Unfortunately, this comes with the side effect of using more of my CPU power for the downscaler.
Excellent hunting, Stuart. You have found a face block.
Actually, the game doesn't go completely silent when they speak. It's more like, I just realized, it's more like the music cuts out when they speak. The sound effects still continue as normal. Hang on, I'll be right back. Like, I love my dad and I love helping him out. I just wish he knew how to read the room. Okay, here we go. Back to the game. You can also see that it takes after Spyro's trick of like draw distance, because like in most games, if a game doesn't have a far enough draw distance, that is the distance at which it draws things that you're not quite near, then you experience pop-in, or in Silent Hill they obscure it with fog. But here they take after the Spyro method. Look, it's low res, it's low res, it's low res, and then I get closer, and then I get closer, and then I get closer, and then the objects pop in, and then there's the textures. So they're cheating with draw distance. It's a really clever cheat for draw distance. It's like, in the immediate draw distance, it renders in high res, but then in the further off distance, it renders in low res to give the illusion of greater draw distance. Crap. Freaking dragonflies. Yeah, I can't... Yeah, that's another thing about this game. Some of these enemies look so samey. I can't tell a freaking dragonfly charging at you from a bee that spits fire at you. And they respawn, which means if they come back, you have to kill them all over again.
Excellent hunting, Stuart. You have found a face block.
Excellent hunting, Stuart. You found a base block. Oh. Oh. I gotta time this jump perfectly. Hidden ring, baby.
Aha! I have the hidden treasure! Yo ho ho! And a bottle of milk?
That was cringy. I'm not gonna lie. I need a break. I'm gonna go help Dad order some shoes, and I'll be back in a few minutes. I forgot to turn the mic on. Hi, Kenny. I'm surprised I managed to keep people's attention after waiting so long, but the good news is it was just me helping Dad with some Easter shopping. I'm not going to explain like what he was shopping for, but